Welcome to Tuesday Update. Today is November 3rd. This past weekend we had about 430 people come to Mass between here and in the Parish Center. That's about what it's been the last 2-3 weeks. And thank you very much for letting me go through that explanation of our safety protocols. You know, the importance of coming in as a family, being seated together as a family. As well as letting the ambassadors seat you. I just wanted you to understand there's a reason for the madness. We do have a plan, and I just wanted to explain that, so thanks for your patience and let me do that. I do want to continue to thank our ambassadors because, as I said before, we can't do anything here without them. We are going to have another ambassador training tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening, 6:30, right here in the church. If you might be able to help us, we're trying to form a 5th team of ambassadors. Ann Rose heads that up, so you can either just show up or give Ann a call or an email. She'd be glad to teach you and show you how we do it. Really happy we're going to be able to begin 2 daily masses beginning in Advent. So what we'll do is we'll do a Tuesday 9 a.m. and a Wednesday 6:30 a.m. We'll start off with the 2. We're going to do them right here in the church, and we'll talk more about it. We'll come in through the main doors just like we do on weekends. So we'll talk more about that later, but just in terms of the Mass intentions. So any Mass intention, remember we had to stop Masses in March, daily Masses now, March through the end of November. Now, I've been remembering those intentions in my Masses that I'm doing. But if you want to have your loved one in that time period remembered in one of the 10 daily Masses that will occur in December, if you call our office, we'll make sure that we get them either on that 6:30 Mass or that 9 a.m. Mass. If you've got intentions in the book already in December, all the 9 o'clock Masses will take place on that Tuesday of the week, as well as any 7 p.m. Mass intentions. And any 6:30 intentions during the course of the week during December, that's going to take place on Wednesday morning at 6:30. So that's what we'll do, and we'll have more to tell you about that. Any new Mass intentions, we'll schedule them after January 1st. Okay, for those 2 days, Tuesday or Wednesday. So you're free to call and schedule a Mass. We can get you a Mass card. We do ask. I'm trying to keep our staff safe. So instead of coming into the office, just give us a call or an email, and we'll figure out where to leave the Mass card for you. We'll probably leave it in the gathering area, but we can talk to you about that. So we can schedule new Masses beginning after January 1st. We had our All Souls Day Mass yesterday. I'm really, really glad we do that for our families, especially for those families who have lost a loved one in the last year. Really, really painful time in life, and I hope that celebration of life was helpful to our families. We got our candle stand here. We lit a candle here in our candle stand for those who have died over the last year, and it was nice that we could do it. I was grateful to our pastoral care team who put that on, for Deacon Marty who did the homily. Our bereavement groups, they help out with those who are hurting, and I'm always grateful to our funeral ambassadors who allow us to give those who have died back to God. If you didn't get a chance to see the All Souls Day Mass, you can see that if you go to our Facebook page, you go to our website, you go to YouTube, you can see that. This weekend, we're going to have our blessing for veterans, and that's very, very important. We don't get a chance to thank our veterans very often, and we're very fortunate. Deacon Marty, he's a retired military guy, and he has flags for each branch of the service, and we're going to set those up this weekend. We're going to set them up probably over here in this area by the piano, and we'll set those up, and that's nice. We're going to be able to have those, and we'll have a little blessing for all the veterans at the end of Mass. So bring a vet with you or invite a vet to join you on the live stream. We'll also going to ask you to send us a picture of a vet, either yourself if you're a veteran or somebody in your family who's a veteran. We do want to put together a little video in gratitude for our veterans. If you don't have a veteran in your family, maybe writing out a thank you note and taking a picture and sending it to us, or if you got a child or grandchild that may want to do a drawing, or maybe they want to write a thank you note, send that to us. We want to make that a part of the little collage that Kirsten will be putting together. And I was just thinking this morning, I went out and voted this morning, and you think about here it's election day. We can vote today because of our veterans, because we've got a free country. I read a lot about voter stress. There's a lot of countries that don't have voter stress because they can't vote. We are fortunate in this country to be able to vote, and we have our veterans to thank for our freedom. Last weekend we had the first of two video Zoom sessions with our expectant mothers, and that was a lot of fun. Expectant and adoptive mothers. And so we got another one coming up. It's on November 18th at 7 p.m. It'll be a Zoom session, and we hope that if you're pregnant, that give us a call. We'd love to be able to drop. We got a little goodie bag we want to bring to you, and then we want to get together on that Zoom session to share in your happiness and to do a little blessing. This weekend we will have a second collection here. Remember, second collections are we just have the one basket out as you leave. But if you put it in an envelope, it's for Catholic Charities. It's a very local thing here, right? We try to help out needy families here in our own diocese. So that second collection will be this weekend, or if you want to mail those in, we'll make sure it gets to Catholic Charities. We are going to be doing a frozen turkey collection for Thanksgiving this year. And we're going to do a collection. It's going to be Saturday, November 14th, for 2 hours, 11 to 1 out in the parking lot, right outside the chapel. All you got to do is, if you want to bring a turkey, we'll have volunteers out there with tables. You pop the trunk, we take the turkey out, close the trunk, and you're off. So we're going to try and help out people who might need help at Sacred Heart Food Pantry or the Maureen Joyce Center in Albany. Our small group program is off to a good start. We're going to be doing that the 4 weeks in November, not counting Thanksgiving week. A lot of our existing groups have reassembled and are reconvening, which is really good. We've got several new groups, which really pleases me, and I think we've got 30 new people who are now in a different group, and so that's really important because, in this COVID time, there's a lot of distractions. And our faith can be the thing that really settles us and grounds us. And one of the ways to do that is through these small groups. So I'm awful glad that we've got the number of people that are participating in those. Our staff is working on an Advent program. It's going to be referred to as Advent in a Box. Advent in a Box. But you'll be hearing more about that coming up. But I think it's a really great idea, and I think it's something you're going to enjoy. We are going to have our Advent men's and women's breakfast again. Of course, we can't do it. We normally go to a restaurant of some sort and have our breakfast and our talk. It's going to be totally online. We'll have our speakers actually here in the church. You're going to be able to watch it live stream on Facebook, on the website, on YouTube. With this year's dates is going to be for the men, Friday, December 4th, 7:30 a.m. John Musaw is going to be our speaker. And then the next day is Saturday, December 5th at 9 a.m. Rebecca Riccuti is going to be our speaker. And we always ask John and Rebecca, they're just going to be reflecting on, how has their life and faith intersected. And I think you're going to enjoy the reflections. Just a note about bringing communion home. So a couple things on that. We want our people at home to have communion, but we want to make sure some people, when you come to Mass, we'll give you the communion, but we want to make sure you have a pyx, okay? So a special container. We don't want to use handkerchiefs. We don't use, plastic bowls. We want something that is specific for carrying the Eucharist and the specialness of it. Now these pyx, P-Y-X, pyx, they are available at O'Connor's bookstore, or you can order them online. But let's make sure, if you are bringing communion home, that we have a special vessel for it, and that we don't use the handkerchiefs and the plastic bowls, that sort of thing. Okay, so we want to do the picks. And if you come up, we'll put the host in the picks. The second thing is, when you get the hose, go right directly to the person you're giving the communion to. What we don't want to do is leave it in our pocket, leave it in our purse, leave it in the car, leave it overnight. We don't want to do that. We are always happy here at St. Pius with our pastoral care team to bring communion to your loved ones. Or if you want to bring communion to them during the week, then come in and we'll help you. But then go right to the home and give it to them. And we don't want to be having the host in our home unconsumed. Okay, so thanks for your understanding on that. We asked 2 of our married couples about the vocation of marriage and what it means to them. So Beth Woods, who is married to her husband Frank, responded in this way. Early in our marriage, I never thought of it as a vocation. Now, after 42 years, we see it as our vocation. We created a life of unconditional love in our home with humility, service, sacrifice, and compassion for one another. Like any vocation, it is best to have a good sense of humor. And then Bill and Sally Jenkins, they respond as follows. When you commit to the vocation of marriage, you dedicate yourself to one another and accept a greater role in the community of believers. When you live the vocation of marriage, you realize the joy that comes from sharing your life with your partner and family while you mature and grow together. Lastly, we are going to have our Christmas giving tree this year. We won't set up a tree, but we are going to do that program. We won't be doing gifts. We don't want people to have to go to stores to get things and wrap things and touch. So it'll be gift cards. That's how we're going to try and support those who are having a hard time making a Christmas this year. But you'll hear more about that from me in the coming weeks. But just wanted to give you a heads up. We will be doing that giving tree program that we've done here for years. So I hope you can join us either in person this weekend or on our live stream. We'll be celebrating Mass. We will be honoring our veterans. So either bring a vet or invite a vet to join you with the live stream. And be safe and God bless.